Alright, everyone, we are live with the next episode of The Raiders Rambles. I am Jolt, chief host of the show, and joining me is none other than my co host, Avira.
Arrgh! What's going on, everyone?
Yeah, as always, you're here. Oh, and I have to fine you again for doing that AWOO thing. It's not legal yet.
Oh, right, $350 fine. Well, that's all right.
Yeah, give
I'll
me
pay it
the
eventually.
checks. Alright, next on the show, we have Aeon.
Hello.
Good to have you back on again.
It's great to be back.
Oh, yeah. Next on the show, we have First Power.
Hello, thanks for having me back again. I'm glad to be on again.
Yeah, no problem. And last on the show, we have No Dragons Please.
Hey, it's good to be back again.
As always. That's why we do this for you. So, we're going to start things off, and, we'll do this by taking a look back down history lane. Because, we just celebrated the 80th birthday. Bugs Bunny, that's who.
He's an old man.
Well, for those of you who are listening and don't know, July 27th, 1940, Bugs Bunny was created. Yeah. He turned 80 years old.
Wow.
My goodness. Can you believe it?
I didn't think it was that old. 80 dying.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's
dude.
he's
80.
looking great. He's looking great for 80, and it's definitely. I wish that when I turn 80,
He's
I
80
have.
years old. I mean, sorry for interrupting, but I remember him. I grew up with fucking Bugs, man.
I did too.
So did
Yeah,
I,
everyone did.
Yeah,
Back when Cartoon Network had good shit,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
when it didn't.
I did too.
Now,
And you
Bugs
know what?
Bunny.
And this is,
What?
here's his Bugs' cake. I like, dude. It was just everywhere on, right on, the TV set when I was watching it, and from the 90s on, that's when I was first introduced to it, like in the late 90s.
Actually, Cartoon Network used to have Chuck Jones marathons of episodes created and animated by Chuck Jones. I remember that shit. And it was always Bugs. Sometimes Daffy, but it was always some of the good shit.
Right. So, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the whole history of Bugs Bunny, but way back in the day, he was one of the most progressive characters that existed. Hell, it was like the 1950s. Bugs Bunny was dressing up in literal dresses, trying to seduce and entice Elmer Fudd to not shoot him, and doing other things like that.
I mean, Bugs is considerably differenter than than your most other cartoons at the time.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now,
What?
if you think about the history, when he was created, it was in 1940, right? Now, what was
Yeah.
going on in 1940?
World War
World
II.
War II.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. And the U.S. government decided to use this very popular cartoon character to promote propaganda against the enemies. There are many scenes where Bugs Bunny is making fun of Nazis and the Japanese and all that kind of stuff. Back in the day, that was totally acceptable. Now,
How hot? It's like, how has the hat fallen?
Very far, because I remember there used to be a show called Hogan's Heroes that made fun of it. Made fun of Nazis and all that. They were relentless with that shit.
Yeah, Bugs Bunny did. He absolutely did.
I'm not talking about just Bugs. I'm also talking about shows like Hogan Heroes that would come later.
Oh, yeah, okay. No, but this was back literally during the midst of the war.
Yeah, I'm well aware.
Yeah.
Yep.
Didn't help that Walt Disney made something called Private Snafu too.
Not.
Oh yeah, they did.
That.
Oh god, no. But yeah, you know, it's a little bit weird. Like you have to go back to the whole. You know, if you want to go take the whole, you know, the angle. Why did Bugs Bunny go in drag so often? Just to seduce Elmer.
Right. So this was what 46 times. 46 over the course.
Well, if the tactics keep working, man, I mean, it's best to keep using it. It draws a crowd.
It's like it must be a running gag at this point that, you know.
It actually was, if you believe it or not. It was how it's how freaking Warner Brothers made their bread and butter.
Well, yeah, he was just trying to, you know, trick people because Bugs Bunny is, you know, inherently a trickster. He's cunning and sly, and he does weird kind of nonsense like that. But like back in the day, like in the 1940s, 1950s, that was not socially acceptable. However,
I mean,
this was a cartoon.
if you read this segment here by Chuck Jones and the other people who made Bugs, you know, he simply said at the time, if a man dressed up like a woman, there was no transvestite. Nobody knew the term, and it was just funny. You know,
He's actually kind of right in that regard.
He is.
But keep in mind, Chuck Jones made a lot of the good stuff. He's heralded as one of the greats, actually, and he created the damn character.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily call this like super great, like that whole idea.
It was just weird. Times were different back then, though.
I mean, you know,
They were.
It's one of those back then things again. You know, like you know, when even in like those, you know, in the old days, people would just, you know, get up on stage and, you know, dress like their wives as a comedy troupe.
Didn't they do that in I Love Lucy?
Oh my God. I remember that show where she married some kind of immigrant to keep a green card marriage going.
Yeah, something crazy like that. I don't know. Anyways, it's rabbit season.
It is rabbit season.
It's duck season.
Fire!
No, it's Deus Vult season. Get your armor. We're training for the next crusade.
Well, where did that come from, though? But I digress, though. But, you know, something like this, you can't just go without mentioning Elmer Fudd.
Oh,
who fell for that trick every single frickin' time.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, but now, you know, the new, as of late now, so at this point, like, they are making a new Looney Tunes cartoon series.
Oh, hell. Here we fucking go.
Wow, they're really just milking it.
No, the remake one was alright. You know, it wasn't nothing to write home about. It was just trying to be like regular show, but it tried to work. This new remake, I'm probably betting it's probably going to be so inclusive and so progressively out there that somebody's going to be huffing their own farts as they make the episodes.
Yeah.
That's what I feel that's about to come, and I'm usually right about that 10% of the time. I mean, look at what happened with Doctor Who.
Yeah, but Doctor Who, I mean, again, a lot of it's basically, you know, bad writing, and even the writers admitting that they have no creative energy. That's why they slapped the woman on. This, though, is a little bit different. I think a lot of people will be angry if you just, you know, if you read everything Bugs Bunny.
And plus, make it to where it's a certain demographic of politics that nobody cares about.
Right. But speaking of that, though, you know, we're going to get to Elmer Fudd, though. Elmer Fudd will not, you know, it's a bit of an oldie that we're now catching up on, but Elmer Fudd will not use a gun in Looney Tunes cartoons reboot.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Are you kidding me?
I forgot because guns bad, right?
Oh boy.
You're kidding me.
That's
What the
bad.
hell is he supposed to
He's a
use? A
hunter.
crossbow or a sword?
Like they said, like they're gonna make him use like this, this scythe,
That doesn't make sense.
scythe or some farm tool.
A scythe? What is he, freaking the Grim Reaper coming to collect or something?
Right?
It's not gonna make sense when he says his famous line. It's the rabbit scene, and he shoots the gun at him. It's not
That
like gonna
is-
just.
Except it's a scythe. I would
It's a
just
scythe?
play. I would just play freaking Sabaton's In the Name of God or something like that, as he's just chasing bugs with a scythe. That would be more appropriate.
What in the actual bonkers are they trying to do? Like,
Make it woke,
Elmer
They
Fudd
because
said,
that's
you
the
Elmer,
thing.
he's got a double shotgun. Come on now.
Well, look
Double
at
barrel.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did.
well,
Well,
that's what I
whatever
meant,
it may
whatever.
be. But look at how they're trying to they're justifying this. This creative outlet. They said that we're going through this wave of anti-bullying. Everybody needs to be friends
Oh boy.
and all that. And like,
How does anti-bullying
People that are gonna
equate
grow up with
to
this
Elmer
remake.
Fudd
Oh, sorry.
shooting someone in the face? I don't think that really equates at all.
Yeah, and people who are and kids who are gonna grow up with this. I'm just gonna be blunt and say they're gonna get eaten fucking alive.
Yep, they're gonna be.
They're not gonna last 10 seconds in a public school with this kind of mentality.
All right, so let's read on.
And that's just me
this
being
article.
nice.
I agree.
yeah, that's not. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
But how are they gonna recapture the spirit when in that birthday clip that I just showed you earlier, like they, Elva basically gave a dynamite stick. I didn't see the substitute for Wile E. Coyote.
Oh God.
What is?
I wonder what they're gonna do to Wile E. Coyote. My hopes are not high at this point.
I'm just hoping this doesn't have like a triple, like a negative effect on other things. What's gonna do
Oh,
next?
it will.
What's next?
I
Tom
wonder
and Jerry.
if, like, when Wile E. Coyote, shoots a gun.
Ooh,
and,
you
like,
brought
that
up
was
Tom and
the
Jerry. We
plan.
don't talk about them no more because it's somehow racist too.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I forgot.
Right.
Apparently, they went after Tom and Jerry.
Oh yeah, they did, didn't they? Yeah.
Say what?
Yeah, but like, you guys know when Wile E. Coyote shoots a gun and a little flag comes out and it just says "bang" on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that.
wonder.
That reminds me of the Joker. In all honesty, I mean that's where he probably gets his jokes from. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wonder if that little flag is going to be like a rainbow flag or something.
Oh God, no! Please,
No, that
Yeah, right. Don't give them ideas.
I mean,
that might be
I'm gonna be blunt and say with Onward, they didn't make it too obvious, but that didn't stop the SJWs from heralding it as the greatest thing ever. Yes, Queen.
Wait, so if they're taking the guns against away from that guy, are they gonna take it away from the cowboy guy as well?
Yes, Yosemite
boy.
Sam, by the way, is his name.
Oh, yeah, Yosemite Sam. I don't remember. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, they won't. Watch. They
Cowboys
won't
are
even have
racist,
Yosemite Sam because they're going to claim that Yosemite Sam is offensive.
Yeah,
Oh, because he
exactly.
can like he's
well,
a neckbeard.
he's the symbol of.
Then you gotta get rid of Speedy Gonzalez too.
Oh,
It's a two-way
Oh no
street.
no! Oh no! That's not. Aeon, you know that's how it never works though.
But I'm gonna be blunt. That's if you're gonna take away something that you deem offensive, let's go for something that's really considered to be offensive by many other people. Like with the Apu situation.
Oh yeah, I don't like that. Dude.
And they succeeded, and they're still screeching at the Simpsons at this point.
Speedy
Nothing pleases him.
Gonzalez was probably super quick at getting across the border.
If you paid him enough, he could be a coyote at this point.
Yeah.
No joke. With the amount of speed, he can get you into the country like nobody's business.
Yep.
Right. So, I would like to divert your attention to the history of Bugs Bunny.
right, yeah, I've got just the article for that to begin with. So, yes. So
It hasn't
again,
been just the cross-dressing. There's been a lot of that, for sure.
it's just that too. But then it all started when Looney Tunes made all these cartoons and so forth. Again, like with their own cast, Daffy Duck, Bugs Bunny, and so forth. And then we kick off just a little bit further. into Space Jam.
I love Space Jam. I remember
Space
watching it as a
Jam is
kid.
awesome.
Oh god, yes, that was one of the better ones besides Roger Rabbit, if I can recall.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Hell, even the sequel to Roger Rabbit was implying that frickin' Rabbit Roger's father was none other than frickin' Bugs, because it's that frickin' obvious.
Oh yeah. And then Space Jam gave us a lot, another one of those big fan favorites after Bugs Bunny. Come on, you probably know
Lola.
I have to mention this. It's Lola.
I just said Lola.
I love Lola.
Oh yeah, good old Lola Rabbit.
Just please don't
Oh
censor it.
god, there is just too much, heresy with that shit. Enough to drive the Imperium man fucking crazy.
Well, maybe, but I do have to say something
Yeah.
very interesting. I was doing a poll on Twitter about introductions to the fandom, and Space Jam was on there. Literally,
Wait, what?
0% of people. Yeah. My question was, what was your introduction to the furry fandom? And 52% of people said Robin Hood. Okay.
Well,
like the
no shit,
original
Sherlock,
OG
that's
Robin Hood.
obvious.
Yeah.
Zootopia was about 30. Lion King, almost 18.
Holy shit.
Really.
No people said Space Jam. And I'm like, what in the
Bruh.
bonkers? Lola? Are you kidding me? Okay. That's what people are all about, I guess.
I
don't know.
mean, now if you want a sexy rabbit, there's a different series that you can go to see that.
I know what you're trying to
I know
say.
what you're trying to
What
say.
show is
say,
this?
and it's hot-
Explain to
and it
me,
ain't
buddy.
carrots.
I know what show you're talking about.
Yeah, we all know the
I know
anime that
who
I
you're
watched
gonna say.
recently. Yes.
Yeah, I know you know.
The anime?
The anime, I think.
Are you
Didn't
guys
they
talking
just
about
release a new
BNA?
season, like last month?
No.
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 They're talking about that weeb show that every single furry has got. This generation is finding over.
Hmm.
It's
Why do
no,
I
no,
feel
no.
like
I'd
it's
love
one
to
of...
do VNA sometime, but hey, one of these days, hey, one of these
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
So, happy birthday, Bugs Bunny.
Yeah,
Pretty awesome.
happy birthday, Bugs Bunny, 80th, and here's so many more. I hope HBO doesn't screw over with that the latest iteration too much.
Yeah, I hope not.
Oh, God. Well, then again, they're making a new season of the Boondocks finally, but it's going to be on Max only.
Yeah.
Wait, Scorch has a nice live comment.
Ooh, them's fighting words. I gotta show this. He says, Lola is not sexy. Her boobs are way too big.
I disagree.
Oh,
I'm starting to
Oh,
think
okay.
Scorch is
Well.
secretly gay. Because only somebody would say something like that.
I think he is.
Not as an insult, I'm just joking.
I know. I'm joking as well.
I know those are fighting words though.
They are fighting words. I agree.
Yes. I agree.
To be completely honest, like, Lola is pretty hot.
Lola is.
I mean, they sold her on sex appeal.
Mhm.
Yeah, they did.
Like,
Yeah.
they literally did. Like, they marketed her like that. I mean, come on.
I mean,
Alright,
you
if-
gotta, man. How else you gonna get your money back? Welcome to frickin' America. I mean, how do you think Deep Blue Sea 1 did so well at the box office? It
guys.
wasn't because of the sharks.
Guys. I'd like to play this game. This little one, a free choice game between the three sexy bunnies that you can. And there's a free, and here, like, we used to play this in a after a TV show. And if you're given the choice, you can only do one thing with them. You can punch them, pash them, which is basically have a one night stand with, or be their partner. And your choices are, if you had to choose between Lola, Judy, or or that Beastars one, what would you do?
Juno, or whatever her name. Not Juno. Fuck. What was her name? Haru. Yes. Haru.
Okay.
Well, I don't know why in the freaking translation that Netflix in the subtitles called her Hal for some reason.
Wait, you want Haru?
Man.
What would you do with
Bitch
Haru?
is
Would
a
you
bitch.
punch Haru, pash Haru, or be Haru's partner?
Fuck
I
no,
would
fuck
go
that,
with
man.
Lola. No, she's like the
I'll
most
probably go Lola because that
anthropomorphic.
other two.
You know,
Judy?
This is gonna be weird. I'm gonna go with Judy Hopps because she just feels like she'd be like, like kind of the sweet She feels like she wouldn't give you too much back sass. I feel like Haru and Lola totally would.
I mean, Haru more often because, well, she can be kind of a bitch.
I mean, I just feel
I
like
would
if you have a
agree.
tough day at work and you come home to Judy Hopps, all of a sudden, like, you're just gonna be comforted. You're not gonna be like, yo,
Yeah.
what's wrong with
Berated.
you? Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, I guess Lola kind of has like that
I don't
ego
know.
issue. She's
Yeah,
like,
I would take
I'm
Judy
just
Hopps
super
mostly,
amazing.
you know?
I'd take Judy as my partner.
Oh god.
Judy as a partner seems like the best option. Like, you're getting, more
Okay.
bang for your buck if you go with her.
All right, who would you pass? Like, that leaves,
Yeah.
who would you have a
Who-
one night stand with?
who would you patch? It would totally be Lola. I actually want to punch Haru.
I
I don't like Haru.
Haru.
I don't like Haru. I'm sorry.
I might want to do a one night stand with Haru, so, because it's just one night, I don't have to deal with the broad no more.
See, but I like the idea of patching Lola because she has that ego.
Yeah, but I don't
Yeah.
punch women. I grew up in a house to where, you don't fucking do that unless they're trying to fucking
in
kill you.
specific situations, then yeah. But otherwise,
Like I said, like they're trying to freaking kill you or something. That's when it's appropriate.
Okay, well, this took a tad bit of a turn.
I know.
Can we get back
do we
off
have
the
any
phone,
more
please?
comments going on?
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean to be fair though, we all know what creature I'm crushing on from Beastars, so
oh, so you want to
Legoshi!
Haru, huh? You
no.
wanna patch Haru?
Joel, I had this entire conversation with you that Juno is the best girl. She's a good wolf.
Oh,
girl.
no,
But we're not going to that angle, okay?
no.
No,
I don't
bunnies
deal
are
with
the ones
crazy
that are the stars
broads.
of this show. Sorry, but
I
the
don't
bunnies
deal
are the
with
stars
crazy-
of the show.
Do
I'm
what?
going to be blunt. I don't deal with crazy broad, man. Juno's crazy. Like, she's a fucking... What do they call those? Yandere?
Yeah, but
Like,
Lola's
very
got her shit together.
Yandere-ish.
Oh, whatever. I mean, dude, of all the phrase bunnies, I'd patch Lola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of like a smash or pass.
Alright, but yeah.
I mean, we all agree that Judy Hopps would be the best partner, though.
Yes.
Emotionally speaking, yeah, but like Lola's totally fuckable.
Yeah.
I don't mind a bit of work, and this is coming from a gay guy.
Oh right. Okay.
Hey, Irvs, just to close off this segment, who would you partner with?
I don't know, really, to be honest. I'm not even in the conversation of that, to be honest, so I don't know.
Lame.
I'm sorry, I'm just not really.
Oh well, but don't matter. Oh yeah. I'd smash Judy.
Okay, Blue.
Then prepare for a bit of work, Jolts.
Like, no, I'm not. I wouldn't patch Judy. I'd patch Lola, but I'd partner with Judy.
And I'd
But
punch
hey.
Haru.
Yeah. But hey, yeah.
Because Haru's a bit
I guess if I did have to choose, I'd
mentally
probably
psychotic, but it's understandable frickin' why.
Yeah. I wonder.
Juno, though? No, just no. I wouldn't
Why?
touch a
Come on.
Yandere.
Come on.
I don't touch Yandares, man. Fuck that shit.
Come on.
I think I would
It's like the
Mary-
breakfast gun.
marry Lola, pass on Judah, and one night stand the other person, whatever her name is.
Haru?
Haru, yeah. One
Oh, you okay? Oh wow.
night stand with Haru.
Good.
When I stay with Haru, pass on Judy, and then marry Lola.
I still
Alright.
haven't seen Beastars yet.
Good choice. But yeah. Look at that. There we go. Looks like our fun trip has come to an end. Like, I'd love to see what
As Count Dankula would always say, that went from 0 to 60 pretty freaking fast.
Oh yeah.
So those are the stories we have.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on to another trip down history lane in the term of the Fandom documentary.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
Yeah, Ofun is right. Yeah. I actually had to, for the interest of research, sucking it up and everything, I actually watched it.
I weep for you.
And
Have you guys seen it?
No.
I
it's
watched
actually
some of
pretty
it.
incredible.
I watched some.
Like
not the whole thing.
they talk about the history of the fandom, like for the first half of it, And
That
then
was the only part that I have to say is acceptably good and fine.
I think so too. Yeah.
But
Like,
the rest, God no.
They
Well,
talk
that's
about
just-
political stuff. You
Yeah.
know, they get all their agendas and crap in there.
Yeah, I think that's when I stopped watching. after
Yeah,
that part.
it basically went from a high peak and then it trended. It just avalanched down to shit.
Well, it was originally like an unbiased, history of the fandom. But they actually had like pictures and videos of Conference way back when in the day, like in the 1980s and early 90s. But then
Ah,
they're
the
like,
80s.
oh, then they
Good
started
times.
to talk about some other things. And then they went like full SJW like towards the end.
Yep.
That
Yep.
was kind of lame.
Yeah, that is.
You know, it reminds me of Captain Picard saying, those who cloak themselves in good deeds are always a villain twirling the mustache.
Right. Like,
In case you're wondering what episode is that, watch the drumhead to see what I mean.
Yep.
Yeah, like I
Rested.
respected like what they tried to do, with this whole documentary.
Sorry, guys. Yep. Carve a tombstone of me, please. Dead of cancer by the documentary.
Rip.
Oh yeah.
Silence Enu before you get pets.
I get it, man. Like, I saw that shit and I was like, okay, it's pretty cool. And then they started to talk about all the political nonsense, and I'm like,
Ugh.
what the hell?
I mean, look, let's just agree. Like on the second half, when they basically started talking about the angle of sexuality, it devolved into sob stories.
Oof, well,
Yeah.
I didn't like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like individuals who are upset about something that they had drama.
And cry bully.
Yeah. All
I
that.
mean, yeah, look, like that whole thing. When that thankfully that segment was just only it was so short, but again there were so many tacked on things as well. Why did they even have to mention Bubbles Fennec? They had to actually wave her around as, oh, I'm this woman con chair thing.
I'm going to be blunt when I say this, and I don't care if they're listening, but nobody gives a damn if you're a con chairwoman, okay? It's a job, not some kind of thing you have to wear on your sleeve like, hey, it's so blatantly obvious. Nobody cares, dude. Just do your job well, and people will respect you. People are not going to respect you if you keep saying, I'm this first woman con chair thing all the time.
And get this. They actually said, like, okay, well, there are only 2 women con chairs in the entire furry world. And I'm like, okay, this is not a statement that will age well.
This is just going to make the ones that... Oh, you
care,
first.
Like, what gender you are, as long as you do your job correctly and, everything works out.
Okay,
That's basically what I'm saying, man.
But Vera, you could never understand though, because we're all men. It's very important that a woman was a con chair. Don't you know?
Oh, I guess I have.
I really don't care as long as she can do her job well without bias.
I mean,
and I know who the second one is.
That's
a good old friend.
That's 100% like my philosophy on anything. When they're like, "Oh, but I'm one of X amount of women in this field." I'm like, I don't care. Do you do your job well?
Exactly.
Yeah, just like how you don't hire a white guy because he's white. You hire him because if he does his job good.
But now, guys,
that's what you don't.
Did you know that the first FurryCon ever, Conference Zero, happened over 30 years ago?
Whoa,
that's history, man.
Yeah, way back in 1989.
1989.
The early 90s, when shit was starting to get wild. Terminator 2 came out.
Wild, man. Have you seen the fursuits that existed
Yes,
back in the day?
well, onto that though. Like, there was literally a well-starved fursuits, but wow.
I like this Unu comment,
they
actually.
Really
that's a
tried.
good question. Yeah.
They really tried. You gotta respect them for trying.
Masters of their craft, if you want to get down to brass.
Hell, they even painted themselves. There was this guy who painted a zebra face and his whole body, and he's like, "Yep, I'm a furry. I'm just going to this convention."
You know something. Something that fascinated me the most was when they basically transitioned from being when one man thought, why can't we be a better version of ourselves? And when and how the fandom transitioned from being fans of like Bugs Bunny, Donald Duck, and stuff into being themselves. That I found fascinating, and I just wish they'd touched on that final point even more.
Okay, but Joel, you got to understand. That's like stuff that'll sell nicely in a self-improvement book. It's not good for TV. TV has to have controversy.
TV must have forced diversity. Diversity hires are the highest thing in the land.
Yeah, I get it.
No. You don't understand. It's made for TV or film or any of that. So it must have controversy and political bias. It has to be in it because that's what every show is anymore.
That's what the documentary delivered on the back half of it in spades.
I mean, how the hell do you even do that in such rapid succession? It boggles the mind.
At this point, I'm surprised they didn't even use all these jump cuts just to say, oh, suddenly we're doing this.
All right, I'll get off my soapbox about how modern TV's like awful because it always has to have controversy.
It's trash anymore, dude. I just watch freaking my streaming services, and they know it. That's why they're trying so hard to compete with it.
Yeah, who watches TV anymore?
Right.
Just watch
Thundercat or something. NBC just dropped freaking Peacock.
Like, have cable? I mean, come on.
Yeah, boomers.
I have a cable-like service. It's called Sling. I suggest you give it a shot.
I have cable, but I'm not the one who pays for it, so I guess I really can't complain.
Sling's $35. You don't gotta pay $60 to $100 for your cable bill.
Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of sad though that they said fursuit, but they actually forgot to mention that it's commonly accepted truth. One man in 1993 came up with the term fursuit, and they failed to mention that.
Yeah, because they don't care. They would rather sell you sweet lies.
Yep, exactly.
Well, maybe. I thought that like I said, the first half was pretty good. Actually,
it was a good look. Again, good look at how the Consino all started.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to stick politics into everything. Everything's political.
Even Call of Duty must be political.
Especially not in the fandom. Absolutely not.
See, but the people making this stuff don't understand that, Aviera.
They don't care.
Yeah.
They have to shove their political bias right up your arsehole.
I can give one instance of that. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, where they forced you to read a Black Lives Matter message during every match in a startup. I'm not kidding you.
I remember that. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! And then when Fortnite tried to do just to sidetrack, when Fortnite basically showed this lecture and everybody threw tomatoes at them.
Nobody wanted that.
What I hate?
I saw that. That was like the VR chat, and they had some giant screen. They were promoting some stupid documentary or whatever, and everyone was like, "Screw this!" Yeah, and they
tomatoes
at it.
Yeah,
nobody wanted that shit.
I mean, what I hate right now is like you can't go onto any like channel or anything, and like everything's like, "Oh, Black Lives Matter." I'm like, yeah, like I get it. Yes, they do, but I don't need it shoved in my face in everything I do.
Yeah, right.
I know a furry YouTuber by the name of Seethercord. Mind if I bring him up here a sec? He supports the movement, but here's the thing. He did one video about being preachy on it, and then just dropped it completely. He just doesn't. He said what he needed to say and got on with it. He doesn't make that his point anymore. I respect the person that does that. They just say it once and move on. They don't keep clutching it for what it's worth.
Yeah, that kind of sounds like what happened last month with the whole gay, what is it, like the rainbow people type of month?
Oh,
Gay Pride
Month.
Company
Pride
was
Month or
like
whatever.
changing their icons to like make it. Look
That's
all
no.
that.
We're
And
going.
then after that ended, they're like, "Nope, we're just gonna go back to whatever we were doing."
And the SJWs demanded, "Oh no, you're keeping this."
All right.
Yeah, That's cute.
Yeah.
Flashbacks
Guys.
of Toucan Sam come into my head now.
I can't believe what they did to him. They massacred my boy.
Oh, Seath.
Alright.
No, not Seether. He's still good. I'm talking about Toucan Sam.
Mm.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
that,
what
that
they did to
cereal box
him.
thing. Oh god, yeah. So
What's next? Count Chocula being gay?
leave the cereal boxes alone. God damn it. I mean,
Oh
just a
god, I
sidetrack,
just got
yeah.
flashbacks to leave Brittany alone. Oh god, no.
No,
That cringe fest.
they probably make Casper gay before the him before Count Dracula.
Dude, I got flashbacks to, like Tony the Tiger.
Oh boy.
Oh
Must we
god, the
mention
Twitter
Tony?
shit with Tony.
Must we mention Tony?
I remember Tony.
I know.
Oh god, it's understandable why he blocks furries. I'm not gonna lie. It's very understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a thick daddy.
You
Anyways,
lewd mother Hubbard.
I respect the honesty though.
Ah well. Oh well, we're gonna get back on track to the whole crazy thematics, but yes, we did get featured that one infamous article of why our group got slipped into the documentary, and we've been immortalized on it.
Oof, I hate
Right
that.
up.
Yep, as racist Nazis when we're actually not. We're good people. Sure, we do have quite a few edgelords, but they go away after a fucking minute.
What do you mean? I'm the edgiest guy here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
Au contraire.
Oh, really?
Goodness.
Hey, Vera, I don't think you want to see photos of me going through my emo phase, alright? First of all, I have to dig them up. Second of all, we don't need that to be immortalized at this point.
Nobody wants that shit to be immortalized.
nah,
No, I just thought it was like super funny that the documentary mentioned,
this one, you just glanced over and said, does the furry community have a Nazi problem from the Rolling Stone way back there?
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. That's the
It
point.
doesn't. And then,
I mean, we probably got edgelord problem, but as far as like Nazi Zeke Heil and all that shit, no, we don't have that sort of problem because if there are such people, they're so many freaking skilled that they're not a threat.
Yeah, aren't like all the Nazis in their 90s right now?
they're either
I-
all
that-
dead or they're
yeah.
all, either that old. True. What?
Or if they're skinheads, they're just so
Or they
they're
live in
just
the
such a
south.
small group.
Or they live in the south of the United States.
Either South or Florida.
But, yeah.
Nah,
Arkansas.
nah, I don't think so.
No.
Yeehaw! where we sleep with our cousins. Woo!
Okay. Wow.
That's pretty edgy. See, yeah, that's edgy right there.
That went from 0 to 60 pretty darn fast, mate.
Oh my goodness.
That's the big yikes, isn't it? Oh, well.
I mean, it would be scarier if it was like if I was just making this up, but
You're not though.
I'm not though. That's the sad part.
Why would you do this? I digress, though. But hey. It's just one of those things, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just
Alright,
another day in the life of the world, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, I think of a scale of, of would I recommend watching the Fandom documentary, I'd only say, watch the first half, of maybe the first 30 minutes of it. And the rest, you can fly it over, and that was it.
If I do, it's going to be with a beer in hand so I can keep myself from physically destroying the film with facts and pure logic.
Yeah.
Oh no, like it was actually pretty informational.
If I
yeah, the
remember
Fandom
correctly, there was
documentary
also like
was-
parts where they was like mention like mersuiting and all that stuff. It was kind of
Okay. Yeah. That's,
No. I mean, I know some of us curse here, but let's not bring that crazy stuff up.
it was cringy. I'm like, oh boy,
no,
not this
man,
again.
but, like if you've seen it, like they actually have like footage of like some vintage, actual footage of back in the day when they were doing the original conventions. It was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Pretty,
That's-
yeah, dude, it was pretty damn cool.
That's right. I mean, that was the only fascinating part, but that wasn't the mother of all fursuits.
Yeah. There was
Yeah.
that bunny girl who was like on a stripper pole and
Yeah, that was kind of
Yeah.
Bruh.
that was questionable. Yeah,
Again,
yeah.
though, that was 30 years ago.
Hmm.
I wonder
I
what
don't
she's doing now.
I don't even know if the suit's
Probably
alive at
accounting
this
or
point.
some shit.
You gotta
you know,
see
something.
something.
Maybe she settled down. She has like a family or something.
I don't know, like
Or maybe she got even more wild.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think the
that's a
family thing
possibility,
is
too.
more
Maybe she did.
accurate.
yeah. But you know what
Yeah,
though?
maybe. Oh goodness.
All right. So I guess that will be that for that. Like just.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to move on to the next item then. In any case, that is marketers experiment with TV ads in console video games.
No.
All right,
Let me be the
I hate
first to
to
yell
say
like Dr. Evil saying, "How about now?"
Well, I mean, speaking of Doctor Evil, EA's just sitting there, like in their chair, thinking $1 billion.
And all they
Exactly.
wanted was a freaking rotating chair, and the power of Christ compels them. The power of Christ compels them.
like,
No,
didn't they already get
I
like
was
enough
thinking,
shit for
like-
this? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, they did back in like
Well, I mean,
2012 or 16, actually.
No, I'm talking about was it 2019 when they did something like this in one of the NBA games, like basketball games? They had commercials for
Yeah,
it.
but like
Yeah. That's when
I
it
was
started.
thinking about like how
Yeah.
Blizzard is, accountable for this type of thing. But EA, like really? They have a crap ton more money than Blizzard does. And
Hey,
they're both on
it's
board with
EA.
this stuff.
It's
It's EA.
EA.
They want you to pay like $3 for a cosmetic weapon skin and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Or $3 to
How
play a
much-
used game. Remember that?
but this is surprising me that EA would do something like this.
Have you seen how much
Yeah.
Blizzard is charging like per month?
Because wasn't EA
How
the same
much?
company? Go ahead, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's like $60.
For what, the game or the
Like per their subscriptions.
oh boy, that's
What?
crazy.
Are you kidding me?
No.
I'm not. No, that's
And we thought Xbox was bad with their $60 a year subscriptions, but nah. Now we know Xbox is not the bad guy here.
Wait, are you talking about
They're
EA
desperate.
Access?
They're really desperate.
Talking about EA Access, right?
I can't
Yep,
even
where
believe,
else
like,
would we be
EA is
talking
even
about?
on board with that.
It's only $30 a year though.
They want to ram it up.
Oh,
Mhm.
no, $30
Yes.
a year is good.
Yeah, I don't think the price hike is necessary.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But
But at
Well,
the same
it's not-
token, yeah. Why? Again, why do they have to do all these, ads? Like, I get it. In sports games, they make, it's super. It would be super duper popular, but look at the ads they're running. Rick and Morty, Snowpiercer, and the match, sports games, and even featuring another advertisement with John Cena.
Yeah, that's how you draw in kids.
John Cena, of course, they would do that.
Okay. As a YouTuber though, like, doesn't this just make me want to avoid playing any EA game now because like I'll get copyright
Yeah.
claims for advertisements?
Yes.
Like,
Yep, exactly.
Yes, you would.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah,
sane
yeah.
person in their right mind
Yeah,
would.
any streamer, YouTuber, or whatever. Yeah.
there's no point in me to playing EA games if they're gonna put advertisements, right? Like, it's
Well,
pointless.
Yep.
that's
Yeah,
what they
I
want to
think
do.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, just never play an EA game ever again.
At least
I
not
think
on
that would
stream
solve
or,
the
you-
problem
or
solved,
YouTube or
right?
whatever.
Like their infamous quote, "Don't like it, don't buy it."
Or the
I
other quote,
won't buy it then.
or the
Yeah.
other
No,
quote
I
they
know,
said.
but like at
Yeah.
the same time, there's a lot of really good games out there that are published by EA.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I get
Dead
that,
Space.
but at the same
he said
time
that,
though,
yeah.
like, if you're gonna jeopardize like people who try and make streaming and content creation a career, and that's a decent amount of people at this point, and actually, like, I would argue that we drive a lot of sales.
Yes, I agree.
you're right. Yeah.
I would argue we drive a lot of
Yeah.
sales. So, like,
Yeah.
why would we risk getting a copyright claim because you decided you should have an advertisement in a game?
Yeah. When
Yeah,
you
that's
start
pretty
giving
much
ads-
the antithesis of an argument. I mean, why would you want to risk your career on
Yeah.
something like that?
I don't
I
think
mean,
anybody
people are going to tell you piss off at that point.
Well, if you're streaming on YouTube, yeah, their censorship has gone completely out of control. Maybe you
including
might
with
wanna, like,
election
stream to,
meddling
like,
too,
Twitch
might I
or
add.
YouTube.
I mean, Twitch is not much better. Let me just tell you that
No,
because
it's not.
I use both, and Twitch is actually right now worse than YouTube.
Yeah,
Oh
because
wow, really?
the
Oh yeah.
DMCA's on music and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah.
Nah,
At
it's
least,
not
at
so-
least, at least YouTube like will say like, oh, you use some music, uwu. Oh, it's okay. We'll just divert any additional revenue to the music creator, uwu. You can still have video up. Twitch is like, no,
Yeah,
you
but
get a
like
strike.
5 seconds of that
Bad
YouTube
boy.
video or whatever it is banned or demonetized or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, also
Ooh.
to be fair though, like you can also just like mute the audio and stuff like that, and it doesn't matter.
All
Yeah,
right.
but that's no fun. Like, why would you
Yeah.
not want to have
Nah,
the music in the
bypassing is one thing.
video?
Though. So, guys, yeah, we're gonna stop by for a couple of live comments.
All right, cool.
Ziggy says, "I don't need a razor shave. I am the freaking Lord of the Edge."
I like that.
Well, I gotta
He
say,
he just takes his hand and like literally just fills his beard, and it just gets cut that way.
Yeah, like
What, he's like
Ikehaya,
Edward Scissorhands?
I don't know, man. He like this. The thing is so sharp, you don't even need to shave. Like his
Oh,
his
God.
hand is so sharp, you can just one rub and then you'll be shaved.
Oh wait, Inu did a live comment that I want to comment on.
Okay, yeah, because if you
Okay.
stream and there's ads, you're pushing their ads again, and they never paid for it.
Yeah, so here's the thing: is that YouTube wants them to pay for the ads, so it'll just immediately do like a copyright strike or a copyright claim. That's the that's the
Yeah.
problem. Is it comes down to YouTube's revenue gets cut then if EA puts ads in games and then you play a game and ad shows up, YouTube missed out on that ad that EA could have paid for.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, to get back on the track though, this whole advertising thing, they're trying to say a couple of things as well, like because like they don't reach their audio entirely by TV, and and that there's lots of things like take Kung Flu for losing advertising revenue. They're trying to worm their way into console, into video games.
Not going to work out so well because if you force something like that more and more, it's going to be pushed back. I mean, their companies should start learning this by now, but they don't.
I mean,
Well, they
yeah.
did. Like, that's why they're doing this. They've
Also-
lost how many hundreds of millions in the last 4 months?
Also, gamers are just gonna get mad.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's that too.
Yeah, they will.
But I think to be honest with you, what happened to the old days of soft product placement and in-game advertisements and billboards, which are not not promotional, but just billboards that you can smash into.
I remember, here's an example of that. In NFS Undercover, there was a billboard for Predators.
I
There
mean,
was
I
that
remember
billboard.
at one point, in Burnout Paradise, like the Obama campaign used some smashable in-game billboards to advertise.
Yeah.
Well, so I think that has a lot to do with like censorship and stuff like that. Like you don't want to have something in a game that's going to be immortalized that one day might be looked upon as like not favorable.
Otherwise, if you run the advertisements for 10, 20, 30 seconds, it'll just your video game's just gonna end up being like a glorified mobile game.
That's what they're aiming for. I mean,
that's probably where they like figured out the market is like, oh, mobile games do it, so we can do it on consoles, right?
That
Honestly,
won't age well.
That does make a lot of money. Like, I had a game called what was it? It was like Dragon Eggs or something, and I kind of dropped a lot of money on that shit. Because
I mean, Call of Duty's doing it too.
Have you-
like a mobile game? Whatever.
Have you
Yes,
seen
There's a market for it.
have you seen the Rick and Morty episode where they make a dating app?
Oh no, I don't think so.
No.
Do you,
Watch it.
the very end of the episode where they kill the dating app because they put ads into it and no one wants it anymore?
Oh goodness. Okay. Yeah, that seems to make the most sense. I mean, a lot of gamers are going to be a lot of pissed off
I think all this is though is EA trying to like try to appeal to the Chinese market or whatever, like the mobile market.
I mean,
Well,
look, if it was advertising and
stuff.
if they were trying that route, they'd have to tailor the advertisements. Otherwise, it's not going to fly.
Yeah.
Think about it. But yeah, but you know something, I would have expected this stuff to be pulled off like by companies like 2K.
Yeah.
To be doing half
Or
the
Randy
stuff.
Pitchford.
Yeah,
I
or
mean,
even Epic, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that NBA's basically made this aggressive push towards microtransactions and all that stuff that gamers don't absolutely despise. But
Yeah, I despise that stuff.
still,
I know.
Actually, that's
what I
like a
was
lot
talking
of sports
about earlier.
games now too. I've noticed.
Yeah, like FIFA and all that. Yeah.
yeah, no wonder I haven't bought one for ages.
I haven't bought one in ages.
No wonder the last Madden game I have is 2015.
Oh boy.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the game I was talking about, the whole dragon thing. I haven't played that in like 3 years. But back in the day, I did drop a lot of money on it. Microtransactions, like buying gold or whatever the hell it was in the game. So
That sounds
there
fun.
is a market for that.
Yeah, and then they say the whole market is more. Again, they're right on the money when they said hardcore gamers won't accept it. They won't. And
I wouldn't.
and
No.
yeah,
I wouldn't.
middle
Not
casual
like
gamers. Yeah, who are
something-
okay
yeah,
subscribing.
like- casually.
Not just that, like this also like another issue where like I could see like this being an issue for those who have like, gambling editions and all that stuff as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
good point.
Actually, a couple mobile games got hit because of that.
Oh, really?
The gambling, yeah, like a lot of the what's
League
it
of
called?
Legends?
The gacha games.
No.
Like the gacha games like Brave Frontier or like Phantom of the Kill, stuff like that, where you like pay into a chance to roll for a character. A lot of them got hit with like severe penalties for doing that because it's basically the same thing as gambling.
I mean, isn't that what a gotcha machine is? You're just gambling to see what the hell you get.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess I don't know. I don't remember the whole lawsuit. It like happened 6 months ago, but there was a whole lawsuit going on about it.
I'm just waiting for it to be like universal, like around like in America and everywhere.
So I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I totally got sucked into the gacha games thing for a little bit, but then like I just stopped. But I would actually be okay like if a game company made a gacha game, but like all this stuff that you could reroll, you could earn for free. Like that would be cool.
Yeah.
But they won't get any of their much needed money.
Well, but okay, but the thing is like Puzzle and Dragons, the Mario edition was actually really good, and you didn't have to pay additional money other than the game. Like you paid for the game, and then like you had you had the chance to get the stuff.
Anyway, yeah, sounds interesting. Though. Here's another live comment for you guys. Tony says Mario plus Marlboro equals Mario Boro.
Nintendo just starts advertising.
Oh boy.
It's weird, like it's so funny. Like there's a place in Indonesia, my motherland, that's spelled kind of like that, like Mario Boro, except there's one in L. But but then again, here in Indonesia, we basically they totally buy into that stuff because at home, they're literally like a Spoker's haven. Anyway, that's a interesting sidetrack, but hey, just imagine who'd buddy up with what, and it's just madness if Imagine, I don't think we all want to imagine, these cursed partnerships, do we?
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
Definitely not. Yeah.
Just get the Flamenwerfen and call it a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just do like soft product placement, like movies and games used to do. Like that's fine. I don't care. Like if I see a Starbucks like in a racing game, I'm like, oh well, that's kind of cool. They added attention to detail.
Yeah, it's kind of just there.
I mean, NFS still. Oh, sorry.
Advertisement or whatever.
Need for Speed kind of still does that with actual IRL companies for like brakes, tires, rims.
Yeah.
They're the only ones who still haven't been affected yet.
See, but that's like kind of cool. Like that's a cool way to do advertising because it's not like you're actually like forcing anyone to watch it. Like people see it like if they are paying attention, but it's not like up in your face. Like, oh, here's a 30-second ad before you can play the game some more.
No,
Exactly.
Screw that.
Yeah.
What I'm afraid of is they're gonna start, forcing like these energy systems. Oh, you ran out of time. You gotta pay us more. Like the
Oh my
stuff like
gosh!
mobile
Please,
games
no,
stuff.
no, don't give EA that idea. All right, mobile games already do that bad enough.
Oh, they probably already have that idea
Yeah.
to start with. So
To quote Trump, China.
yeah.
China.
China. All this reminds me of is like Blizzard's thing of like when they leaked that Diablo game for the phone, and they're like, "What you guys don't have
Yeah,
phones?"
dude, oh my
Oh,
goodness, that was
Oh.
crazy.
I love the memes for it though.
And they got wrecked by that guy who the internet dubbed Saitama or some shit.
Yeah. What do you mean? You guys don't have phones?
Oh, J. Allen Brack, you don't know how hard you fucked up that day.
Yep.
I mean, now it's cursed Blizzard to do these advertisings to do, you know.
Mhm.
Oh,
I
that
remember
might
when
be why
Blizzard
they're so
made
desperate.
good shit. I remember that.
Oh, you mean
They
like
made
Warcraft? You mean like Warcraft 3 and previous? And like, I mean, Diablo 2 was
that Vanilla WoW and yeah.
Diablo 2 was good too. Don't get me wrong. Diablo 3, like after a couple of patches, it was fine, but like on release, it was
Early
awful.
on, it was meh.
Yeah, but once they added like a couple patches of Diablo 3, you're kind of like,
And that
okay,
season bullshit, plus that one thing during the anniversary of the original game every year at the start of the year. You
Yeah.
get to go back and face the butcher from the original game. That's the stuff people kind of like nowadays.
Right. So
okay, so hot take: Overwatch's loot crate system is actually the best loot crate system because you at least earn it by leveling up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of fair. Unlike COD, where you still had to buy it.
I don't think
Yeah.
ones are that bad either. 'Cause at least you could buy the skins you want outright, or you could buy loot boxes.
For what?
They
League
got
of
rid of the
Legends?
loot boxes.
In League of Legends, no.
Oh yeah, the Hextech chests. Like the Hextech chests are cool because like you just earn it by being good at the game.
Yeah, well, you could do that too. Yeah, you could earn keys and
Alright.
stuff too. Yeah.
So
Mhm.
where do we stand at the moment, though? Where do we stand at the moment all this week, huh?
Yeah, can we please not just do flat advertisements in games?
Yeah.
Right?
Just-
Can we please? not do
I'm
that?
gonna be like Dr. Evil and say, just no, get that crap
Yeah.
out of here.
No time gating, none of that.
It's bad enough that I have to watch double advertisements on any YouTube video I want to watch. Like,
Or even any streaming service if you want to get down to that point.
yeah, like I don't want it in my video games as well. I buy the video game because I just want to play. I don't want to have to be like stuck every like 2 minutes because they want to shove an advertisement down my throat.
And not just that, some games we already see advertisements as it is, like product placement or whatever in the game.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
well, but product placement's
okay,
completely
like,
fine.
what Mr.
Not
Dragon said
maybe.
earlier.
Maybe.
That kind of makes sense a little bit. Like, let's say if you're in a racing game and okay, you see ads
Need
on
for
the
Speed,
sidewall, but when gaming companies do that kind of stuff, it's like, bro, I just want to play a game. I don't want to,
Yeah, I don't want to watch a
30-second
video on
ads,
like this, soon.
Come on,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
ridiculous.
I don't want the mobile experience of like I did like 3 things in a mobile game. Now I get 50 ads.
Yeah.
Or if you want to get down to it, like with a game called Dead Trigger, after every mission or before, there's always an ad.
Yeah. What's next in the future MMOs? You want different hair, or you got to pay us?
Yeah, you literally before you enter a raid or something, you have to watch an ad in MMOs.
Yeah,
Which is bullshit to know.
This isn't what I subscribe for.
Yeah,
Hey, Joel. Speaking of raid, let's talk about Raid Shadow Legends. No, I'm kidding.
No!
Oh god.
No!
Please
No!
Sorry.
no. Don't do it.
Okay,
No.
but you,
I
you
will
mean-
knife you, man. I don't like Raid. I mean, even Salmon Nation, the guy who used to do Taco Man and now does Dead by Daylight clips, even took a stab at him, and it was glorious.
Hey,
No,
it's-
I'm just making the joke that like anywhere you go on YouTube, there's a Raid Shadow Legends like ad.
Freaking Count Dankula's still sponsored by him. He needs to
No, I know,
drop them,
dude,
man.
Like there really is though. Every video that I've watched on YouTube, there's Raid.
This is
Shadow
why you
Legends
get the
promotion all over the place.
I will literally watch like an ASMR video and then I'll just like have a Raid Shadow Legends ad appear and I'll be like, what the heck? This is not even related.
Even
Vibe
David
ruined, right?
Cullen, aka Computing Forever, is guilty of this shit.
Vibe ruined.
yeah, it's not just Raid. It's like AFK Arena and all this other crap.
All right.
Yeah.
So
like these.
Oh
Yeah.
no! Oh no! I inspired a comment.
What is it?
Furry Raid of Shadow Legends.
No shadow fur.
And who said this?
Toonie did.
Toonie.
Of course, Toonie did.
I still miss his ass, but
Well, we're still, with him. I'd like to talk to him, but hey. So there we go. Look at that. That's the week. That's the week in History Lane, Red
Yep.
Games, and some other stuff. Wow.
Mhm.
What do you think?
Yep.
So shall we close up? Who'd like to start closing up? Aeon, got something?
Aeon, you have any comments?
not really. Other than the world's still going crazy, the most that we can do is just pray for sanity at this point. But we're not going to get, the sanity we're wishing
Not for quite
for.
some time, I'm afraid. I know. We're gonna keep going.
It's like that song at the beginning of Super Jail. Life ain't what it used to be. It's no longer safe on the street anymore. Just go home.
All right, who's next?
I'm next. Thanks for having me, guys, and happy to be on again. And yeah, and companies don't put ads in your fucking games, please.
Yeah,
Agreed.
please don't.
When I'm kidding me, they're not watching this shit.
Yeah.
They don't care.
They don't care. They ain't watching us.
And yeah, no dragons, please.
Yeah, thanks for having me on again, guys. And yeah, I mean, to echo Earth Power's point, please, gaming companies, I don't want to see Raid Shadow Legends ads while I'm playing games.
Yeah, I don't want. anything.
Yeah, right on.
All right, Avira.
Well, this was quite a fantastic week. I hope you guys celebrated Bugs Bunny's birthday in all of the stride. And screw the ads in all of the games. Please don't do that.
Yep.
Yeah, indeed. Like
Screw the ads on YouTube at this point, and I
Again.
get paid from them, but
I know,
still screw them.
at this point,
Yeah, right?
In worst case, we're gonna end. In worst case, we're gonna end up having to install our game clients with ad blockers. If that.
Yeah.
You know what would be kind of funny if we get sponsored by Dollar Shave Club because we're furries. That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah. That's one thing to put on the cards, maybe. But yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed listening to this trip down history lane as we did. Celebrated Bugs' 80th, and hope you never have to watch the Fandom documentary other than for educational purposes. Other than that, our episodes are always available on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, more platforms further down the line, and they will always stay up for until the end of days. That's a promise. That's what I intend to keep. This is us signing off for the week. Farewell and until next time.
See you guys.
Bye.